Good evening, Mr. Keneally, Father Beretta, Salesianum faculty and staff, coaches, trainers, parents, family members, Salesianum alumni, and special guest speakers, Ms. Raywalk and Troy Reeder. Thank you for joining us on this very special night where we celebrate the athletic careers of the Salesianum class of 2019. I am honored to have been selected by my peers to stand here before you and try and put into words what Salesianum, the athletic programs here, have done for me and everyone else in this gym tonight. As many of you know, I transferred to Salesianum entering my junior year, and I was not sure what to expect. Of course, I heard of Salesianum's athletics and the dominance that it has had in Delaware and the surrounding area. I also came in with some preconceived notions of who Sally's guys were and what they were about. I quickly realized that there are a few characteristics that every athlete in this room exhibits: hard work, passion, and pride. The hard work part was evident from the start. My first encounter with Salesianum athletics was a football workout in the middle of the summer. When I first walked in, I was amazed by the number of guys participating in this summer workout. Close to 50 guys were there grinding away and encouraging each other in the weight room. The next thing that was astounding to me was how hard everyone worked. This hard work permeated the room and caused me to raise my work ethic as well. And that day wasn't just a fluke. Every workout and practice matched that intensity, raising the bar for high school practice. I quickly learned that the standard of hard work is not limited to the football team. After the school day is over, if one were to look into the weight room, you would see a pack of athletes from many different sports, both in and out of season. This was just a first glimpse of what I would experience in the next 2 years in the weight room, during practice, on the field of competition, and in the classroom. An experience that every athlete in this room can attest to, regardless of the sport. I understand that this is not limited to Salesianum, but when people wonder how Sally's athletics have stayed dominant over the past 100+ years, the answer is simple: hard work put in both on and off the field. Passion for sport, teammates, competition, and camaraderie also helps propel Salesianum athletics to another level. This passion, exhibited by both coaches and athletes, could best be seen during the wrestling individual state finals this year. Coach Cam Davis and senior wrestlers Zach Spence and Harry Latch showed a whole new level of passion both during the match and after their wins. It was unbelievably inspiring. While it's easy to see passion after big wins like a huge upset or a state championship, you wouldn't necessarily expect it after a loss. But even in a loss at Salesianum, this passion is unmistakable. This year, after the loss of the football state championship, we sat in this gym. Through tears, we listened intently as Coach DiNardo and the other coaches recapped the season. Coach then opened the floor to seniors to say something to the team. In this moment, I saw true passion and love for the sport and for the team. As seniors stood up to speak, whether they played the game or not, you could see the pain they felt, not just for the loss, but for the feeling that they let down as the team of tight-knit guys. This display of emotion shows true passion for the game and love of each other. This kind of passion only comes through teammates who have sweat, bled, and fought together, sacrificed personal achievement for team goals, and picked each other up. As you reminisce, I'm sure each of you can recall a moment in your last 4 years of Sally Sports where you were overwhelmed by the game, a score, a new record, teammate support, or a coach's concern. Lastly, pride in our school drives each of us. Playing with the S on your chest, a VJ on your sleeve, or a golden helmet means something around this school. Every athlete in this room respects these symbols because of those that have come before us and because we were playing for something bigger than ourselves. On the weight room walls, we were reminded of the legacy set before us, which set the standard of who we should be on and off the field. This creates a sense of unity and pride in our school. Look around at your fellow classmates. Together, we can be proud of the way that we have built onto this legacy. None of these accomplishments would be possible without two groups of people, the parents and the coaches who have helped and encouraged us through these last 4 years. The coaches in this room have gone above and beyond what is listed in the job description. Time spent on the practice and game field is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to these coaches. And they do all of this just to give us the opportunity to be great. These coaches put in a lot of time and energy for the X's and O's part of the job, but they care about more than that. The coaches in this room care about us as athletes and as people. Years from now, when we look back on our athletic careers here, we will not remember every game, match, and meet, but we will remember the impact that these coaches have had on our lives. Now on to the parents. Thank you first and foremost for sending us all to this school. You were the ones that had to sacrifice to send us to this school, and once we got here, you sacrificed numerous hours driving back and forth from practices, fundraising, planning banquets, and ordering Zop for us to have on the bus rides back from away games. Parents have been there for us every step of the way to cheer us on through the highs and encourage us through the lows. It is hard to come up with the words to express the gratitude I want to show my parents, and I am sure every one of my classmates is having the same struggle. Finally, I would personally like to thank the athletes in this room. You accepted me into this brotherhood when you could have easily shut me out, and I will always appreciate you guys for that. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." This verse applies to every athlete in this room. Your hard work, passion, and pride have pushed me to work harder than I ever could have before. And I am not the only one who has benefited from that. Your teammates, coaches, family, and friends have all reaped those benefits as you have lived these truths out over the past 4 years. These words and feelings have taken on a deeper meaning since tearing my ACL Tuesday night in the lacrosse game. The outreach from the guys in this room, coaches, teammates, administration, and teachers, has helped me get through what has been the toughest 48 hours of my life. The number of calls and texts I've received during this time solidified everything I had already thought of the school and the people who are a part of it. In my time here, you've helped me have the best 2 years of my life, and it was an honor to be able to share them with all of you. Thank you.